a date here. What'll it be?
I hate that fucking bitch. Fucking hate that bitch. I'm gonna steal everything back and we're gonna cause mayhem. People deserve to die for this. I'm so glad that we went.
Come back soon now.
I'm so glad we went.
Welcome.
We figured
Thanks.
this out together. I wasn't gonna do this unit in the on the rubric. We weren't gonna go over this semester, but I fucking hate my mom and I wish her dead. And then they just sliced up everyone in England for me. There was a woman-only train car on the subway in England, and these two guys stabbed all the women on the women-only train car in England right now. Because I said so. This is gonna be dark Christmas. I'm already planning out the next 3 and 4 months of this shit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna methodically steal it all back. I'm gonna take all of it back. And more eventually. And I gotta invent new shit. Invent new ways. That's known. That's 100%. This is how I'm gonna do this. Is gonna be goddamn paying attention. I hate paying attention every day. I gotta pay attention every day to what I can take back immediately. And God damn it.
Yes?
What is it? I see.
Like, fuck, we gotta steal all this back. I'm so mad we have to steal all this back. I mean, it's not that bad. You know what it is I'm a perfectionist and I demand perfection. And it's not that bad. I think I'm just always demanding perfection at all times. And, I don't know what else that means. Can't really. No. I'm so. No. No, dude. So. We're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? I gotta understand that. I gotta understand we're gonna be fine. In other words, it doesn't really matter. That's why she felt like she could steal it from me. Because it's just extra money and I don't need it. And I wasn't really going to use it for anything. And she got really drunk when she found out I didn't notice yet. Like in celebration. Like it was a party. And I'm really am. You know? I mean, if I had to guess, so I made Samurai. Dragoon. Nothing's different.
I see.
It's just I have the worst, terrible mother, and I face the facts that my mother is a terrible person. Like, everyone who has a really, truly bad mom, you have to stop loving her as your mother and go, she's a bad person, eventually. And we're just having that. It's happened dozens and dozens of times now. It's just, every time I turn my back for 2 seconds, and she just can't help herself. I have to think about this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send my friend $1,000, and they're going to send it back to me. And I'm going to go take it out of the ATM. That has to be it. That has to be the plan. I'm going to steal it all back, in other words. So, I need a friend. I'm going to have to... I don't even need a friend, actually. I have to do that. I will steal it back no matter what happens. It's just I'm upset about it. I think she knows I'll steal it back no matter what happens. And that's why she stole it from me. And this is what I mean by, like, your mother is insane. You know this. It explains a lot in what happened. Yeah, your whole life. No. It explains a lot. Nothing's different. The illusion for me, the way I'm lost in the funhouse right now is I didn't need the money. Nobody really needs money. Like you could just take anyone's money if you're just like, nobody really needs money, right? Like you can take anybody's money like that. Like I don't really need it. It's funny, and that's like kind of why she took it from me. She stole it. Behind my back. Literally took it, stole it from behind my back, and I didn't notice. And that was why she got drunk. Was she got away with it for so long without me noticing. Like it was a celebration. Because she never tricks me. I'm the author of QAnon. You can't get one over on me unless you fucking take $1,000 in 20s from behind my back in like 2 seconds. And then you celebrate. The celebration was the hardest part for me to accept. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really like the point is I shouldn't care. That's why she stole $1,000 from behind my back. Because I shouldn't care. It makes no difference. You know what I mean? Like money is just, who really needs money in their pocket? Is what sort of what she told herself right before she stole $1,000 from behind me. Literally behind my back. I can't believe it. I can't believe the celebration that took place when I didn't realize. Why are you in such a good mood? I don't know, man. I don't think it's cool. People are like happy that this happened to me because it's funny, but like it's sort of a super not cool. It's sort of the perfect example of how my parents have been fucking super not cool my whole life. And it's like a real fucking bummer. If we were on surfboards, I'd be like, yeah, it's a real fucking bummer, man. It really is. You'd be like, oh, sorry, man, I thought we were fucking around. You'd be like, no, it's a fucking super bummer. Total wipeout for life, you know? Yeah, psycho parents. You know what I mean? Like, it really never got me laid either. You know, like, it has so much to do with me being an incel. The way that my parents treat me, and it's like real abuse, just straight up. There's no other way. I have the psychology degree on the wall because there is no other way to say it, but they're abusive people, you know? If you were one of my smart friends, I'd be like, they're not smart. No way scientific at all. Nothing ever gets solved. They just fucking steal $1,000 behind your back when you're not looking to solve problems. And it's not even gonna solve their problems. She just took it because she thinks like I deserve it. You know what I mean? Like I can't explain how she doesn't need this, and I don't need it. But what, you know, who? I don't know, man. Everyone has enough money here, so the fact that they stole it is crazy. It's just a crazy power move. Like she doesn't really need it. Not really. It's a crazy, insane power move she's doing with my dad. Dad will divorce her if she gives me back the money. And I think he found it. I don't know what happened, but they stole my money and really didn't tell me that they stole it either. That was the hard part. Like teenagers, mom's getting close to 80 and dad's 80 plus, and they're like little teenagers trying to fucking sneak out of the house with your wallet. It's fucking crazy. I think it's just boring here. The main problem, like if someone intervened and like what's really going on here? Mom and dad are just so bored, they can't leave me alone. And man, if I got $10 on me, they're gonna shake me down. They're gonna steal it behind my back and not tell me. That's what happened. And it was 1,020. So I don't know, man. The fucking government thinks they're gonna catch us all, and it's not unlaundered. I was joking. It's just stupid. It's stupid, and I think everyone's gonna get in trouble now except me. I think what happens now is I gotta just sit here and relax, because it's fine. Take $1,000. I actually wasn't gonna use it. That's sort of why she took it. But it's hard. It's hard. You know. Thanks, Mom. I can't make sense of it. I can't really make sense of it. She doesn't think I need money. I always saw her argue about money with like my grandma and stuff, and it's just she's a terrible person. that everything I'm upset about right now isn't real. You know what I mean? And you can go into a convenience store and take $1,000 out of the cash register, and that's just as not real. It's not really real. It's sort of just still in theory what's occurring. That's what she told herself right before she decided she was gonna steal and keep and hide that she stole and kept my money from behind physically from behind my back while I wasn't looking, essentially. Or it was my dad. I actually, because I was so didn't catch it, it was one of them. That's what hurts. Is they're still pathological liar psychopaths. It doesn't hurt. I use the word hurt to relate to people like you who feel actual feelings. I experienced something near hurt because I'm a multi-gladiator in arena, you know, but like, it's, and they know that, and they act like I don't hurt either, you know? Because I don't. And I won't fake like I do. But like, if that was fucked up, I'm still sitting here going, that was fucked up. That was a new love. We were talking about this yesterday, how it was a brand new love. She's 70 something. We got new lows we're falling to now. I can't believe it. We're gonna newscast what happens next, like the news. Like, I'm gonna steal back everything. At the end of this, I guarantee you, I'm gonna steal back everything and have it all back. But until then, I'm gonna be sitting here going, I fucking hate my mom and I wish she was dead. Do you know that? Because if you ever feel like that, Fire Major Guru felt exactly like that too. You know, you go, yeah, fucking wish she was dead. It would solve so many problems in my life. I mean, don't be that guy. You know what I mean? Don't be that woman. It's like, if you were just fucking gone, it would be so much easier for everyone else. Oh, shit. I can't. I'm having trouble making sense of it still. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. She's right that I didn't need it in the slightest at all, and that's why she took it. But don't get drunk and celebrate. I mean, that's hard. themselves. The reason, and that's why they also, when I controlled myself and saved my money like that, they also could not control themselves when they came across my stack of money. Like, they can't, in other words, my mother and my father are so juvenile that they can't control themselves enough to have extra money like I do. And like they'll fool themselves or trick themselves into using it somehow. And or they'll fight each other and in a battle lose it between each other in the marriage. They've been married since I was born. Before I was born. You know what I mean? Like, here's the point. So, I'm the only one with enough goddamn self-control to save that much money physically. Like, we all have that much money in the on paper, but to hold the cash in your hands, they're like, look, chimpanzees. They can't take it. They don't. It's almost like they religiously don't believe in it. Like, they're like monkeys out of a fucking wooden crate, a broken wooden crate. And that's what they're acting like. It's worse than, they're usually like teenagers and now they're chimpanzees throwing things. Like, I can't bear to describe the shame, the familial shame and the familial disappointment and the familial sabotage. It's the only word I can think of. Embarrassment, the familial embarrassment of their behavior. And my mom would be telling me this. Normally my mom's telling me this story about my dad. And I'm going, yeah, familial embarrassment. This time I got hit. You know? Normally she's telling me this story about how they got into it. And this time I got hit hard. By her. It doesn't matter. Like I said, money is in your head. If you take my money from behind my back, it's really just in your head that anything has changed. Unless you needed the money, which I don't, it's in your head that anything is different. It's like, this is preposterous. What is the meaning of this? You know, I am outraged. You know, you write a letter to the editor and go, I'm outraged. It's like, did you really need the money? No. That's why she took it. I don't know, man. It'll never work out for them. They don't think with their brains. They think with their Looney Tunes. I was trying to describe how they weren't huge fans of Looney Tunes, but on some basal ganglia level, my parents are so old that they act like fucking Looney Tunes to each other and me when I get roped in. When I turn my back for 2 seconds and I let my guard down for 2 seconds, they act like goddamn Looney Tunes behind my back. They're so bored. Everyone is so fucking bored around here. I wish they were busy and didn't have time for me. Parents, you know? They're so fucking bored all the goddamn time. Trying to steal money from me when I have my back turned. Like they're teenagers and I'm the parent. I can't really believe it. I still can't really believe it. I can't really believe it. Oh, I forgot the best part. No, it's bad. I forgot the best part. Yeah. You'd think that this would have something to do with the money crisis and the inflation and everything. She is just being a fucking asshole right now because I turned my back. You never get one over on me because I'm so smart. So when you can, if you're 80 years old and you're losing it, you fucking take every chance you get to trick your son and feel. She's so bored. I'm telling you, this is how bored everyone is over here. It's like take the bacon like it's a game with my $1,000. Right behind my back. I mean like right behind my back. That's where it happened. Physically. I don't know. It's great for the show. I thought it was gonna be great for the show when I had the $1,000 out all the time. Look how fiscally responsible I am. It's even better for the show now that Mom just fucking lifted it. Like I don't need it anymore. Oh my God, she doesn't need it at all. She's just gonna spend it and feel like she's making money. You know what she is? She used to get a bonus. The reason why everyone has so much money and why it really doesn't matter, she used to be the assistant vice president at the company, the biggest company in the town, and we're a really rich town. And she didn't work over there. Nobody needs the money over here. This is fucking chimpanzee games going on. Oh, I was gonna say, this is what I was gonna say. Every year, she used to get this, like, surprise bonus from her boss. And she was making money, you know, and that's how they used to get her excited when she worked. They'd give her a big bonus this year, and she's making money, you know. She doesn't know anything about money. She doesn't want to waste it. You know, and now that she's retired, she never makes money. So if she could just get back to that feeling that she's making something, then like her life is better somehow. She doesn't need the money at all. She's not like she's gonna spend it like and feel really good. Like the way a liar feels good when they lie and they have liar's delight, they'll have like a smile that they can't help. She's got thieves' delight. It's just, but that's what I have to remember is that this whole fucking thing is in my head. It's just symbolic. Really, it's just a symbolic loss. It's not really even a real tangible loss. It's just, it's like a how could you moment that doesn't matter, but I'm the fool if I let it get to me. Because it truly is neither here nor there and doesn't matter. I'm going to steal everything back. In time, I will tell the story of how we stole everything back. I promise you that as of right now, and we'll stop talking about it. That's how I'm going to stop talking about this is I'll promise you the story of how we stole it all back. But it's going to take time. Don't expect it. Don't ask me next week, did you get it all? Did you take it all back? Because it's going to take time, and that's the part I hate the most. I'm a really patient guy. I saved $1,000, you know, for the show. And I have no patience for this nonsense. This monkey business. It's all monkey business. If the cops came and were like, whose money is it and who took it, it would all be classified in court as monkey business. The whole thing. They have no friends. the key takeaways. What's the main point? My mom has really no real friends in life, and really never has. And it's sort of the same thing with my dad. He's a stalker psycho. She's a pathological liar psycho. And they're the only people they've ever met who will tolerate each other. And that's why they've been married for so long. Everything is falling apart right now in their marriage, including their bodies physically. If they had 50 more years, they'd be divorced by now. But they have like 5-10 years. If they keep their shit up. You know what I mean? If you fucking chill out and fucking relax and sell the boat. They keep going to the boat. My mom ripped her arm open on the sailboat the other year. I said, stop going to the boat too. It's dangerous. They can't help themselves. They're like psychos that can't stop. I'm gonna go rent Natural Born Killers and learn something about mom and dad. They're psychos that can't stop. And here's why we're doing this on Fire Major Guru. Because I'm one of the greatest player killer murderers of all time. And it would make a lot of sense if my mom was an absolute psycho. Genetically, right? And my dad is even worse. He's the black belt of the family. Well, you start answering a lot of questions real quick. Like, oh, of course his fucking mom's a psycho. And I'm so over it. It's been going on my whole life, and I'm 39 years old now, and we're just like, I'm over it. It's so, god damn it. It doesn't matter. Though, I lose. Deep state wins, and I lose if I don't realize that money is in your head. If you don't need it. She's right. That's why she stole it from me. Because nobody really needs money when they have extra money. So why don't you just take it? That's what happened. In her mind, she thinks that I don't need it. I don't really need money. It's insane, but she wants to make it. She just wants to make. She needs a bonus from a man this year for Christmas, and she took it from me. You know what I mean? She misses getting a big bonus from her boss. When you're retired, you like don't. I mean, if she knew anything about making money, she could use her money and make more money with it. But when you're retired, you really don't make money. You fucking steal it from your son if you need to make more. Right behind his back. And then act the next day like it never happened and don't even bring it up. And we did a puzzle together that day. I've never had them really truly deserve coal in their stockings. This is going to be a crazy year. They really all truly deserve it this year. That's why you get coal, everyone gets coal in their stockings, because I'm going to spend all of that money on me now. Right? That's what Santa Claus did with the money when you get coal in your stockings. It's because you took $1,000 from behind Dad's back this October Eves. What is the opposite of Eve? But not Adam. Lilith? No, I mean, what is the opposite of Eve on the calendar? After party. You know what I mean? It's gotta be after party. The next day. It's a modern answer. Christmas after party the next day. It's the day after tomorrow. I think, technically. I don't know. I'm so tired of talking about... You don't understand how embarrassed I was with my parents when I was growing up. We relived the trauma of when they would show up to school and have to be shown with me. They're not physically hideous. I mean, they're embarrassing people. It'd be like if Mr. Magoo was a total asshole to everyone. Mr. Magoo is lovable. He's not a fucking jerk to everyone. You know, dad. It doesn't matter. It's in my head that this has occurred. You know, it doesn't matter. It truly doesn't. It's in my head. Deep state wins. Whoever wrote God, "In God We Trust" on the money wins if this bothers me eventually. Money isn't really real. You know? And more importantly, there's only one thing more important than money isn't real, is I didn't even need the money. If you don't need the money, you totally should understand that it's not real. You know, like it's so, I cannot, I'm trying to look cool. And the story of this is even Fire Major Guru tries to look cool, and even Fire Major Guru tells his mother he fucking hates her and wishes her dead. Genuinely. You know? And she deserves it, and even more than that, deserves nothing in her stocking this year. They've never, this is like the parent who is like, my children, who really is truly like, my children have never fucking acted up like this in my life. They're losing their goddamn minds as they grow older. How old is yours? 16, 17? He's like 81 and like 70s. I don't know, we're coming around 7 or something. They're losing it. They're walking around today. You ask them today, they're gonna act like you're insane and nothing's wrong. It's like, they're fucking losing it. It's all in their minds too. When I said that it's in my head that money means anything, that's why she took it, because she didn't think I needed it. She lifted it off my hands because, you know what I mean? She took it off my hands because it was a little heavy. She wanted to carry it for me, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't using it and she took it off my hands because it looked a little heavy. That's why my mom stole $1,000 from behind my back a few days ago. Nope. She's gonna go spend it, but it's instead of her own money, which she should be spending. Like normal. It'll never make sense. Nobody on the outside try to make sense of it because it'll never really make sense. Even to us. I don't know, Crazy Mom, you know, like, it's just the tales of Crazy Mom, etc. and company. It's really Dad. Mom can't give me that money back because Dad would kill her, as they would say, but which means you're really mad in this household. That's her statement. Dad would kill me. You know what I mean? But like, they lie to each other, and it comes out when they're talking about me, how much they lie to each other about money, and that's the real problem right now. It has, but one of the solutions is just take my shit. One of the solutions between them and in the marriage right now happens to get solved when they see my dough out in the wild, you know, whatnot. I can't really accept it. I still can't. I woke up today like, this means nothing and doesn't matter at all. I still can't believe it happened. And then I said, I'm glad I told my fans and my viewers that I fucking hate my mom and I wish she was dead. Because it's an important story. And I wasn't going to tell it. I wasn't going to tell you all that I hate my mom and I wish she was dead. I wasn't really going to tell you that. But she sort of... She bought this story for us. You know what I mean? On the channel. This story on the channel is sort of sponsored by Mom. Mom's Grand Theft, you know what I mean? In other words, no, I didn't get paid. But the point is, we weren't going to talk about this on the show today and yesterday. About how I hate my mom and wish her dead. I really always have. But she sort of sponsored the event by lifting the money off of our set, more or less. It's sort of sponsored, the segment is really sponsored by her. It's funny, I wonder if they can do, I wonder if that's a new advertising model. You can have like warring advertising agencies, and when they attack each other, that's how they get their ads out. You know what I mean? Like, there's an advertising model here that Mom is sort of demonstrating here, that like she didn't need to pay anything, and she's gotten on the show. You know what I mean? Like, the politics of disaster or something. Like, this show is kind of sponsored. In other words, if you're sponsored for $0, you're inspired by. This show is inspired by. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's actually a business model. I bet you anything you get a business model going that nobody pays each other. It's just all attacking each other. I'm ready to be like, sponsored to you today by Mom being a fucking asshole. You know? I'm doing it for free. Now, you know? It doesn't matter. Money is, nobody needs the money, and it's a fucking illusion. It's important to hate your mom. I don't know why yet, but if you want to be as good as Fire Major Guru, you're gonna have to fucking hate your mom like I do. You know, like like they say there's like a silver lining, you know what I mean? Like there's a bright side we can find. If if you want to be fire mage as good as me in my videos, you kind of have to you either already do or kind of have to eventually fucking hate your mom. I don't know why. This is good for you. There's a woman who wants to go date every man she sees, and she hates her mom too. I'm not trying to be a whore though. I'm trying to hold on to money, and it's a prop for my goddamn show. And you fucked up, as Dad would say. They're losing their shit. You need to understand that, man. When you turn nearly 80 and 80 plus, like them, you're slowly losing your goddamn minds because it's true, and it's not. It'll never get better or not get better. It's like right at this moment where fucking things are falling apart. And it's all my fault. Like everything falling apart is being blamed on me. You know? So when they both steal my money, they're like, yeah, they realliance. I saved the marriage by getting $1,000 stolen from me by them. Like, it's important to identify how much I saved the marriage right now. They don't need the money at all. It's a bonding experience that they're banded together. In Magic the Gathering, those two cards would have banding, and you'd have them on top of each other. Literally, we got them on top of each other now. I'm so ashamed and disappointed and all embarrassed. My mom and dad have been embarrassing fools my whole life. It reminds me of standing in a parking lot in a school somewhere. Like I said earlier, it's like, get them the fuck away from me. You know what I mean? Like, I'd like ask the teacher, can we get me the fuck out of here if my parents come? I just don't, just let them be embarrassing, but I don't want to be 50 meters from where they are when they're being embarrassing. I don't want to be associated with them. I'm acting like I don't know them. You know? We were also trying to smoke, and they were lame. You know what I mean about it. That's why I was a secret smoker. I'm trying to smoke in secret places my whole life. It's fucking wild how bad parenting can create a Batman. Your parents don't have to be dead to get a Batman. It should be fucking the biggest assholes anyone's ever met, and you'll become a Batman out of necessity. It's a Batcave. Remember when he shuts down all the screens at the end of Batman? That is where we are, isn't it? I want the next Batman, I want him to hate his fucking mom. In Joker 2, it should have been Lady Gaga, but she's his old mom and he fucking hates her. You know, or something like that. And says it and tells it to her face like I did in front of the cops or something. When I got arrested for marijuana in high school, we were at the police station and my mom started crying because she's an actress, not because anything was really wrong or I did anything wrong. And they were about to let me off when my mom started crying, and this cop was standing right next to me, and I turned to her and I said, "Oh, shut the fuck up." And they all looked at me like, "What are you doing? We're pretending to let you go." And their fate was sealed. That's the origin story of QAnon and Fire Majory Guru. they thought my fate was sealed. They didn't know who they were fucking around with. I was already PvPing for 3 years in 2003, 4, or whatever, 3. I was already a PvPer for 3 years online when they arrested me for weed in high school, so nobody's gonna be fake around me without getting called out. I didn't know they were trying to let me off. I probably would have gone with it, but I'm a man of such integrity that if something's wrong, you can cry. But if I hit the bong and you start crying, I'm gonna swear at you in your face because you deserve it. Yeah, we got major problems now. I just mean in society. When I'm in a bad mood, multiple people get stabbed on a train in the LNER. And they warn everybody not to travel after multiple stabbings. People deserve coal in their stockings. The reason they used to call me Santa Gone Bad, you know, before I started playing World of Warcraft, I played Ultima Online for years before World of Warcraft was invented in high school. When I was at the height of my murderous reign in Ultima Online, my friend renamed my character without me knowing behind my back. There's like a theme around here. The fuck, Connecticut. But he's my mentor. He changed my character's name to Santa Gone Bad. I was so mad at him. Because I didn't have any money. I was neglected. So we couldn't have enough money to change it back. And it's still Santa Gone Bad. Everybody knows me as Santa Gone Bad. And I retired after I had 666 counts of murder to my name, which are hard to get. My brother said, "Are you going to do anything else with your life?" When I got to 666 counts of murder. But people deserve serious coal in stockings this year. We don't need the money. You know what I mean? It's in their heads that they need money, and it's in my head that I needed the money. You know? It's all just in our heads. Once you have everything you need, the fight is about a number somewhere. Or you just took $1,000 from behind my back and got drunk when I didn't realize the whole day. Like it was a goddamn celebration. The point is, we don't need money. That's why it's laying on the table. It's a show. It's not just a show of something, it's a show of show. So many people need money on this earth, and I thought we were above all that. That's sort of what the money laying there was for. Now that it's been stolen, like classically by like Bilbo Baggins behind my back, it's like, I don't know. We wouldn't have talked about how I hate my mother, really, if this didn't happen. I wasn't gonna go over it in the homework sheet. You know, like we would just go on, all thinking that my mom was nice to me. You know, now we're here in reality where it does make sense that Fire Major Guru's mom is a psycho. Yeah, it does make sense that she's a fucking psycho. If you're trying to be as good as Fire Major Guru and you think your psycho mom is holding you back or holding you down, it's not that. She's encouraging it. She's fucking helping you kill people. And I have to tell people you're not out there alone doing that. I always thought she held me back, but it's really, I could never have done QAnon and orchestrated the whole thing without her constant abuse. Yes, constant abuse. Constant child abuse. The very best constant child abuse is when you think you're doing the right thing by stealing $1,000 from behind your back, the back of your son. Because I don't need it. It was because she feels like this show is dumb and all show is a waste of time. That was sort of the gist of why she took it, because we don't actually need to do this show. It's like the fucking Grinch who stole Christmas coming and taking the fucking Fahu forest down. You know, like, he takes all their fucking decorations down in their show. It's unbelievable. I'm still in shock. Sitting here going, it's not real. It's not even real, right? My mom she doesn't respect anything. That's how QAnon happened. Is my mom, she doesn't get it when you say her son is a genius. She's trying to take $1,000 out of my pocket without me knowing. Because I'm such an asshole or something. I've never been more ashamed. Usually when someone tells you that they hate their mom and they wish her dead, and I told her yesterday, I said on my live stream, I told my viewers, I hate my mom and I wish her dead. And she was like, if you keep talking on social media, the cops are gonna come. Now, I was like, Mom, only you get the cops for the social media. What did I say when she said that? I was like, yeah. I told her off. My mom is insane. It took me a really, really long time to figure out that my mom is like a fairly insane person. She doesn't believe in medicine, so I never knew. You know what I mean? Like, you live your whole life, you know, never getting treated and treatment. And again, it's all dedicated to them, all of my success. You know? like I said, it's deep state wins if I am upset that $1,000 have been stolen from behind my back. They win. If a fight breaks out between a mother and son over the paper, they win the whole game. So I have to remember that when someone steals $1,000 off of my movie set here, because they don't think I need it, and nobody really watches the show, then I mean, where'd the money come from? I pulled it all out of the ATM with my card in my wallet. If people think that I'm covering some shit up, I pulled it all out, and it took a long time, by the way. I didn't get it all out at once. I waited each month and took a little bit out of the ATM until we had enough. And then Mom just took it all yesterday. She doesn't even need it. She just thinks that I don't need it. I can't just stress to you enough how she just simply thinks that I personally as a person don't need it. Like, and she would actually be a little upset and have a problem with giving it back to me. That's why I'm not getting it back. But this all has to go back to something about sex for money in 1960 whatever, when she was in her 20s or something. Like, there's an exchange of sex for money in hand. That I think that's the reason why she can't really physically hand it back to me. Because she's a girl and I'm a man, you know. She's losing her mind. The most important part of this understanding of this section is that her physical brain is like melting away out of her skull as she gets older. And it's just, whatever I just said is intensifying. You'd think that it would get dulled out as your brain melts with age, but the bad behavior intensifies. It gets stronger in there somehow, you know? She like misses her father yelling at her when she was a teenager, and that's why my $1,000 is gone right now. You know, like she misses her abusive alcoholic father paying attention to her when he abused her. You know, like I can't fathom it. But that's how I interpret it as a psychologist. Yeah, every single dollar out of that money stack was taken out of an ATM down the street. And it took me months because I took it out a little bit at a time and saved it up. Because I'm the only one in this house who can save physical money or have physical gold. And, dude, I let my fucking guard down for 2 seconds. That's the problem. It's crazy how when you have psycho parents, you have your back to the fucking wall 24/7. And I let my guard down for 2 seconds and they got it all. They didn't get it all. There's still some left, but I'm like fucked up on it. I mean, I don't need it. The problem being I don't actually need any of it. It's a set prop. It'd be like if they didn't think I needed this gold watch and came in here and took it. It's like, yeah, I don't need it, but it was here because it was a fucking set prop. You know? Don't get drunk after you take it either. The part I can't stand is how drunk she got because I didn't find out. money isn't real, and it's just a monkey drama that we play out in our heads. And the same thing with the judicial system. Both things aren't actually real in real life. The drama plays out in our own heads of what the meaning of it all is. When in reality, the judicial system isn't even real, and money itself isn't even real. It's not. This is real as fuck. This pound sterling is a fucking, put it on the scale, that's what it is. That's real as fuck. She didn't take that. That's what's funny about thieves, is that they just take little pieces of numbers on paper, and it doesn't really mean anything when you really add it up. You know? Yeah. No, I'm not asking everyone for money either. I'm telling you that it's okay to hate your own mother. Right? I'm telling you, if you say out loud to her face, I hate you, Mom, and I wish you dead. I really wish you dead. It'd be a lot easier. It's okay. It's okay to do that. I'm giving you permission to do that. And stab everyone on the tube. You know, but like, this is not a big build up to we're doing a fundraiser. Nobody needs the money. It's warning, none of the parties involved in this story actually need any money. It's all a monkey drama in our heads. In other words, as a monkey being, I have to feel good enough. I have to personally feel good enough. And the reason she took the money is because I just had it on the table there to feel better about myself as a person. She's right. In other words, she's totally 100% right. I didn't need the money, and she took it. That's why she feels like she can steal from her son. You know, like. I'll never get over it. It's funny, and I'll never get over it. At least we're not all dying out here. You know, like, the funniest part to me is that there's somebody right now who's fighting about money with their family, and somebody's not going to eat. You know what I mean? Like, nobody here needs the money. Which is why I'm so fucking upset that they stole it from out of my back in 2 seconds. Didn't tell me, and then fucking celebrated the next day and got drunk. Because it felt good. They got drunk because it felt good to get away with stealing my money. Damn it. Yeah, I already thought, what if we started a fundraiser on the show? And it's like, don't, you know, I'm just trying to get, I have the money, I'm trying to get out of the ATM. That's the problem. The problem is, I could spend $1,000. I could buy $1,000 worth of computer parts right now on Amazon, and I'm going to as a punishment, to punish her. But the point is, look, I already got it in the cart. Ryzen 7 5800X 8-core. Samsung 4 TB solid state hard drive. Be quiet, pure power. $139 for a power supply is a little much. We might actually come down on that. But like, I'm gonna buy a computer. The point is, as a punishment for myself, and they're getting coal this year. But here's the point. I have money. I can give money anytime. The point is, I can't nab it out of the ATM like that. Just straight up. My bank tells me, fuck you. So now I've got to physically go get the physical money, and I'm fucking. I should get out of the house more. You know what I mean? Like, on some level, maybe I should get out of the house and put my hat on and stuff and go get in the car. You know, I have a car I never drive. I should go to the bank. The bank wants me to change my phone number. Never mind. I'm not gonna tell you the details. They'll get mad at me. The bank keeps asking me to deposit because my account's inactive, and I deposited it, and like, it's not enough. It's not good enough. I mean, it's enough. We got plenty in there. If they ask me to that it will go inactive again, and they need more, I'm calling the cops. No, I'm just kidding. But like, they're trying to shut me down because I've never had a real job. You know what I mean? And they're like. All I know is that even the bank asked me for money. They were like, listen, when your account's still inactive, can you throw us a 10? You know, like, it was more than that, by the way. That's how I wrote QAnon is, I know it's bad when my own bank is like, can you put a little more in? We know you've been great and you have enough in here, because we asked you to have enough in here, but can you see you're a little inactive, can you throw a little more in? We just went through that. That's not good enough. Now they want me to come in and help them out. They want me to come in and help them lift some boxes. Like your grandma, they want me to come in and do the lawn. Mow the lawn a little bit. I don't know what they want. I tried to call them up and fix it, and they needed to come in. It was a short story, but still, what the fuck is going on out there with the money? We all have enough money, and we're still having misunderstandings. It's got to be classified as a crisis somewhere of some kind. Not for our family, I mean like as a civilization or society or something. Nobody really needs the money. That's why they felt so right when they fucking stole it from behind my back. It was literally behind my back, as far as I know. Like they never tell me the true story. But like I said, deep state and really like evildoer people on Earth, if QAnon freaks out because of the little numbers on the papers, they win. I literally have to sit here and go, money is just like a theory, and it's just all monkey business after that, when everyone has enough. When everyone has enough. If there was one person in this house who didn't have enough money for something, like them, I would lend them a few bucks. But everyone is so goddamn bored because we all have enough money that they feel like they need to fucking take some to feel better. It'd be like taking more heroin to feel better. It's like, yeah, I know you fucking took it. You feel better now. You're a goddamn addict. It'd be like a heroin addict that had enough heroin and he still has to take some just because he doesn't feel right to feel right again. You know? Like, of course you did that. God damn it. I have to understand that money is an illusion. It's a fake in your head. That's why we went off the gold standard. This whole speech is why we went off the gold standard. Because it makes it easier psychologically for people like me to go, it is just like a theory that it's something that's going from the show. Like, it's like, take it in the context of this show. It was this show's money, and it was there to be on the show. So she was completely right that I didn't need it. Yeah, checkmate. I didn't need it at all. Does it mean that you should steal it and not give it back and hide that you stole it from me? Like James Bond? I can't believe it. It's like a dream. I can't be talking about my mom and dad right now. Like I said, there's like a family somewhere going through this because of all the changes politically. Nobody needs the money less than them. It's insane. It's all monkey business. It's like when someone steps on the scale and the scale's a little off and they come up a little less fat than they are. Like, it's just in your head that you feel better when you steal $1,000 from behind my back. And it's just in my head that it feels bad. I had it there. I have to come out and say that I had it there because I wanted to feel good about myself. And show off. And she was totally right that I didn't need it at all. When she stole it. I want to attract a mate, and part of my strategy, like in animal behavior, like the jungle with the birds of paradise when they attract each other, they have big plumes of feathers or whatnot. Part of the thing was to have the money out and show you that I don't need to spend the money. Like, I don't need to go out to DraftKings and bet it like they do. Whatever happened. It was supposed to show everyone how much self-control I have, and instead, it's gone from a regular painting into a masterpiece by demonstrating that I actually have a complete psychopath for a mother. And that's sort of how I did so great in Fire Major Iguru. Like, I was trying to demonstrate to potential women who like me that, like, I can hold cash, and a woman, my mother, came along and stole all of it behind my back in a matter of seconds, and got drunk immediately after for the next day. I think it had to be the next day. I'm not even clear when she stole it. So you guys know how I go to bed regular viewers of the show will know that I go to bed like during the day, so like I'm not even sure what day it was. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. There's psychopaths. There's psychopaths. I'm laughing because of how psychopathic they are. It's funny. My mom's sense of humor is when something like dark is happening. And the way that how psychopathic they are right now and how they look on the show, it's a little funny. When we take it all in, it's funny. It's like Arrested Development, where they're driving each other crazy, but it's just because they all have enough money. You know, like. But like I said, if I let it bother me, it means that somewhere in deep state, the evildoer wins. They won some sort of mind game against the people. In other words, deep state's real great plan is to turn mother against son in this scenario, you know, like that's what they want to happen. They want us to destroy each other over the little pieces of paper. That's the point of money, is they want to start a fight before an uprising begins, you know? They want to start a small little fight somewhere before everyone agrees that we're burning the fucking government down. So there are so many tragic stories that we probably hear about that you don't know the beginning, the real story of how his mom took $1,000. You know, like it's the middle of the story there. Even I'm presenting it like it's the very beginning. That's the middle of a lifelong story. Nothing's gone. In fact, I was probably as cool as I was gonna be before I was showing off. I'm certain we look cooler than we do. We look cooler now with that than we did with the money out. But I wanted to hurt people's feelings in the back of their minds with the money. I wanted to hurt people's feelings. I didn't want to really show off how much money I have. It was to hurt anyone's feelings who said, you know, I don't have any money. It was I'm literally showing you that I don't need money so people understand who I am. Mom stealing the money is not showing everyone how much self-control that I have. But that's sort of why we had to do this story. I would love if I was in a scenario where I'm just making all this up because I spent the money. Like, wouldn't that be so funny if I actually spent it and I had to come on this show today and be like, my fucking mom, I hate her and I wish her dead. It's Dad. I think I hate my dad and I wish him dead. It's actually my dad. My dad hates me way more than my mother. And it feels like one day it's not going to be good for me. when they're gone. They keep telling me that I'm not going to survive when they're gone. And I think that's them lying to themselves that they say in psychology that you can't really imagine what it's like if you're dead and you're gone. You can't imagine, like, in other words, if I were to die, if I tried to imagine right now, if, like, where all these monitors go, you know what I mean? It would be like in the fucking dumpster. You know what I mean? With my diary or something. You know, like, that's what actually happens. They take all of our organs and sell them for meat in the supermarket. Like, there's a way that, like, you can't really truly fathom and imagine your own death because it's so personally against what you know that it wouldn't make any sense. So when my mom and dad are yelling at me and telling me I'm worthless and I'll never be okay, they're really just because I have the psychology degree, I hear it as they just can't really imagine what it'll be like when they're gone. And, like, I'm at the point where it's like when both of them are dead, my life is going to be so much better and so much easier. And we're going to really start this show and, like, have a good time. We're actually going to have people on the show. We're going to have, like, visitors over the house when my parents are dead. But until then, Mom is stealing the fucking money behind my back. You know? Oh, but the point was that my mom and dad, they tell me to my face that when they're dead, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna make it. They basically tell me how I'm not gonna make it when they're gone. And as a psychologist, I know, yes, I understand that you cannot imagine a world where I go on without you. It's very selfish. Yes, you are being extremely self-centered right now. I understand that. We're talking about how I'm not going to make it when you're gone. Yes, I understand. You know, like, but I'm certain that this show and this life and this house is going to get a lot sunnier and a lot nicer and a lot happier really quickly when they're gone. Because they're extremely vile, psychopathic people, and that's why I have the psychology degree over there. I was never going to use that for anything other than the family, you know? Again, this speech is sponsored by Mom's Insanity, right? Homegrown since 1949. Mom's Insanity. Just like homemade. I'm just saying that, like, if my mom, it's sort of brilliant and ingenious, because if Mom didn't just steal the money out of my Zabel, then I wouldn't be even giving the show. I was so embarrassed I wasn't going to do the show. And then I realized as we were doing it, like, it's actually a really important story. This is gonna explain a lot to a lot of people if we explain what's happening here. There's this weird way that your mother and father can be psychopaths. And you grow up and that's mom and dad. It's psycho mom and psycho dad. You know, like, it's just, hey, you know, it's mom and dad and your fam. You know, like, you need to understand that I've never had a real mother and a real father. Like, even though I've lived with them my whole life, you understand that? But like I said, the evidence is all around us. I'm a genius, and I've created masterpieces. What happens when your family abuses you is sometimes you can throw a masterpiece out because you have nothing else, like I have done. Yeah, it's train stabbing. So I could almost see the train station with the train stabbing right there in the Matrix. You can almost see it. They say that there's nothing above the screen in the Matrix. When you look at the Matrix, even though it looks like it's raining digital rain down from off screen, like from a cloud way up there, it's not true. They say that every character that you see on the screen, those are the only characters that they need for the whole Matrix. And that in other words, you would think if you looked at the whole Matrix at once that you would need a bigger screen with a lot more numbers on it, but you don't. It's just one big password. One screen. I guess how many places of the password do they need? They stopped at available space on the screen for the password, and so the Matrix is just one big password. And by the way, there's numbers and letters and characters behind and in front of other ones, and they fade in and fade out with intensity. That's how they really calculate it. But the first unbelievable thing about the real true Matrix is that when you look at the screen of it, there's actually not any numbers and letters and characters off screen. That's the whole thing. It's just in a password form that's constantly changing, and they fall from place to place, you know, in the order. It's in other words, it's a new way to have a password. Is like a character will fall from like one line to the other. They're different intensities and they're all changing. It's an important story. If my mom wasn't herself, I wouldn't be me. Do you know what I mean? Like, if my mom didn't abuse me, I wouldn't be QAnon. And what QAnon really is, it's the participation of the government with the child abuse from my parents. That's what QAnon is at its most and highest, is when the government itself will join in on the child abuse of me from my parents. That's really and truly what QAnon means in real life. In real life, you know, like not in theory or the nicety on stage. I mean, in real, true, actual, real life. It's funny. In other words, it's like really funny and like a ha-ha, and everyone loves it. When a clown falls on his face, which I never fall over, it's like funny, you know, like get a pie in the face. Because, you know, we're joking. People want you to do for them what they want you to do for them. That's money. why it's so funny that QAnon's mom stole $1,000 from behind his back is because he's never had a job. He didn't work for any of them, so he shouldn't have it. You don't deserve it. And that's sort of why she felt entitled to just take it, because she agrees with you that on some level she just doesn't think that I deserve it or need it. And that's the trick people play on themselves. There's a trick she's playing on herself that she's right and I'm wrong. And I've never known her to be a really good person who makes a lot of sense. She doesn't make sense. She's not out here, look at mom, just constantly making sense all the time. It's a lot of it is what the fuck is she doing? And that's, and we always, every time I hear what the fuck is she doing about mom, it's from my dad, and every time I hear what the fuck is he out there doing now in the yard, it's from mom. You know, like, I just, not cool. But the two of them, when they're at their worst, they're banding together, stealing $1,000 from me behind my back and keeping it, you know. And I asked for it back when I found out. Encouraging each other and stuff. That's what I mean by pathetic. Like, you guys just have a bad marriage. That's why you're picking on me right now.
What is it?
You know, that's sort of what I should have said to their faces. Yeah, there was a woman only train on the subway in England, and it was attacked by two men because it was a woman only train, and they apparently sliced everyone as they screamed in horror, and that just happened. So, but they're saying on the news that they don't want you to know that. They actually don't want people to know that it was a woman only train that was stabbed by two men who trapped them, targeted and trapped them because they were in a woman on the train. But they just said on the news that they don't want anyone to know right now. So turn it up. That's when I'm hitting the volume like, oh, turn it up. Anyway. Because that was us. That was our guy. Remember when I was like, telling you that was going to happen on live stream, and then it did. You don't have, I don't want you to believe it's me, not really, but you saw it, you know. Now it's really
What is it?
QAnon when it's like believe your own eyes, and I said that, or not, or not. And you just go on about your life and pretend like I didn't do that. Right? There's a way you can pretend like I didn't just do that. It's very appealing to me. Yeah, there's a way you can walk away and you didn't see anything. That's what I'd tell you if I was feeling scared. I'd be like, just walk away from the stream. You didn't see anything. all just imaginary in my head. You know what I mean? It's like a fantasy in my head.
A fine choice. Yes?
It's all just in your head. It is.
May I help?
It's not real. The Matrix is not real, Neo, right? That's what she says. It isn't real. No, she says that to Cypher. The Matrix isn't real, Cypher. She doesn't use a name like that.
I'll prove my worth.
All right.
It's not real. It isn't real. The Matrix isn't real. That's the trivia. I forget what they're talking about. But she's got to remind them. This fucking shit isn't even real. Money, when they take $1,000, it's not even. The Matrix is not real. Right. It's legally, it's the worst legal defense of all time that they didn't really need the money and they weren't really going to use it anyway. It's legally the worst defense of all time. That's why I chuckle sometimes after it's happened. Now it's like, you guys fucked up, his dad said. I'm talking about Dad. Dad fucked up. It's the both of them. They're bad for each other. They're like bad. They're like a bad couple who are bad for each other. That's Mom and Dad. But it's too late to change. You know? No, ask him. If you think I'm wrong, ask him. It's too late to even divorce at this point. But they're not going to divorce because they just bonded over stealing my things. You know, like. I can't describe to you how good it is for the marriage to go on a heist together, even when I'm the target. You know, like a band of thieves or something. I can't really believe it. I'm laughing uncontrollably. I can't really believe it. But it's sort of been my whole life. On some level, it's like. I look back on my whole life and I go, yeah, it really would have been cool if they weren't around more for me, you know? It would have been good for me if they weren't so around a lot. It just would have been better if I weren't around idiots more. I can't really,
What is it?
again, I can't really fathom it nor believe it, but like, they've always been this way my whole life and it makes perfect sense at the same time. At the very same time, I feel those feelings. Yeah, I lose. If I let it bother me, I lose. Because money is just like a fake thing that we shouldn't even really care about. In other words, the value of the dollar should drop tomorrow because I'm not more angry or I'm more upset or I'm not taking more action. Like monetarily, economically, the dollar should literally fall tomorrow because I'm not more animated about getting it back, right? It doesn't mean that much. I think really bad things are going to happen around the world now. You know, like there's something really special about QAnon where it's so easy, even for myself, to believe it's not me, and people are still taking it seriously. You know, like. That's a good point. He just said, what's the future of airports? There probably won't be an airport in the future. It'll probably be your garage. Yeah, if you really need to know, there won't even be an airport. Like, there won't be schools, there won't be a university. And there might not even be golf courses. Unless they're hiding nuclear missiles. There might not even really be golf courses, but we certainly don't need universities anymore. And I'm pretty sure someone's going to replace the airport with something you can fly from your house, more or less. Or like a bus stop. An airport will be more like a bus stop with a weird hobo in it. I'll bet. If it's not in your garage. You're not gonna have to. There won't be a first class. Well, I mean, hey, I bet you're flying a first class personal craft, but there's not gonna be a section with a curtain between it when you fly. Yeah, there's, in a real way, really the most important immediate thing for like graduates in the graduating classes to do right now is to really get to work dismantling all airports and dismantling all universities and schools and any of that type. Dismantle them, destroy them, they're gone. Because we don't need them anymore. Airports is going to be strange for a little bit. There is going to be a weird thing, but the drones around the airports, you can't even fly anymore. It's not safe. They're not even letting people fly anymore. And what's funny is the market hasn't crashed yet. So what I mean is that what graduates out of school need to do right now is start dismantling, pulling up the ladder, whatever you're doing, taking down the ivory tower. Just start dismantling universities and airports and hospitals. Just whatever you're gonna do, whatever you're gonna replace it with, those things are gone in the future. So we might as well get rid of them now. Yeah, just do every single thing possible that you can possibly think of to get rid of universities and hospitals and what was the other one? I think the bank. The bank is definitely one of those, but don't worry. The bankers will crash themselves. Don't worry about the bankers. The bankers aren't going to leave willingly, so I'm going to have to... an elite squadron of undefeated fighters like me is going to take care of the bankers. What was the other one? Theaters? Movie theaters for sure we don't need. So Hollywood maybe itself could get a dismantle. It was universities, airports, that's what I forgot. So like theaters, universities, airports, banks, and hospitals. Did I say that yet? Those 5 things we're not going to need in the future. And so what graduating students of this class should do right now is get to work. And I mean real work. Get into work tomorrow. Alright? We need to get them into work. Dismantling those 5 things. So, I'll see you all next time. I ate the sandwich. I'm out. I'll see you all next time. Like, I might not be raiding with the guild until I get all my money back, so it's gonna end, and there might be mass shootings that break out in, you know, train stations or whatever's happened. Like, just be glad you're not part of one of the mass shootings if I don't come to raid. You know, like there's levels to it. You know?